3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hello, welcome back to the Nerd Experience. We left off on a very, a big decision needed to be made. The party. You guys have delivered Duke Antonio Cortez III to Shadowkeep. Keeper Asoar has met with you and discussed, after a discussion of what's going on in the world, she asked if you'd be willing to head into a magical item that is a first-generation bag of holding in some ways. This first edition one has changed throughout the ages. They hadn't worked out the kinks yet. They are asking you to go in and recover a few items for them, but let you know there is a potential time dilation issue, as well as physics might be slightly different there, meaning gravity might be different. There might be spells might function slightly different. Changing up like certain damage types, amongst other things. Also, she did say to be careful not to leave anyone behind if they were to fall. That she had lost both of her children and husband in there, and returned to recover them, and they were alive, kind of, but different. They had fallen and died, and come back as something changed that hunted her anytime she went in. That is why she is asking yourselves to go in to recover items to help with the assistance of the dragons as well as the Mind Flayer threat. She has sent you to quarters with Stinkleboots, Sebastian Stinkleboots, and he has dropped you off. You guys have had a discussion, and that's where we're going to pick up. You guys can continue your discussion to decide if you are even going to go in. The whole aspect of the red dragon egg is the issue. That is one of the items she's asking you to recover. Is there's a little stasis backpack of sorts that would basically keep it from decaying. Basically, it would hold it in its own solitary pocket universe as well to keep it from decaying or hatching. So that is where we're going to pick up.
Well, I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go in there and browse, I suppose, is the best way to put it.
Let's do it.
Rather than snoop or...
Yeah, let's check the wares.
see what they have in the back.
Yeah, why not?
Nothing. Okay, so you guys go ahead and get a rest. You guys do succeed a long rest. You're safe in Shadowkeep. Wow. So you can mark down a long rest. You awake to a soft knock on the door. It is Sebastian and Mr. Squeakers.
I forgot about him.
The little mouse? Yeah, his little pet mouse. So, he is at your door.
The Keeper Asoar is ready for you guys. Do you need a moment to eat some food, or I escort you down to let her know your decision?
I could really use a venison
I
sandwich.
think his voice has changed a little.
If you got one.
I know, his
What do you
voice
mean?
changed again.
That was more like squeaky like that, wasn't it? It was more high pitched?
So, yeah.
Okay.
A venison sandwich? I don't have any of those.
It's my favorite thing.
Well, congratulations.
Sucks to suck, buddy.
I got some yogurt. A bowl of yogurt.
Sure you do.
He's got a podcast
Would you like some?
for us.
I make it myself.
No.
Moving on.
You guys eat breakfast. And then gather your items. Runevir's quiet. He's been quiet since last night. With everything that happened to the first egg, and now the second egg in question, he's been very, quiet. Make a perception check, actually. All three of you.
Ten.
12, 10. Thalic.
30.
30?
30.
You notice, you catch him
I got
with
19 plus 11.
Yeah, no.
You catch him at tears a few times, and in the evening you actually get woken up by some soft sobbing that he clearly is trying to hide. You're walking in a standard order towards Keeper Asoar's office. Stinkleboots opens the door for you and motions for you to head inside. Keeper Asoar is sitting there, just kind of spinning the cube-like device. And now that you've had the evening, you saw before there was writing of different languages kind of throughout it, and there were ways to spin and adjust it, similar to a Rubik's Cube. But you're seeing from a further distance, as you're kind of away from it more, you're seeing there's a more rhythmic pattern to it. And it's brass in color and metallic. So have you come to any decision? Are you going to leave the egg with me, take it with you, or are you heading inside?
We're heading inside.
All of you agree upon this?
Yep.
And are you leaving the egg with me while you are inside, or are you taking it in? It is still in stasis, but only temporarily.
Well, I don't think we should take the egg with us.
No.
As I stated, it could be quite dangerous. It's hard to know what will happen inside.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask Stinkleboots why he was crying?
No.
No, that wasn't
That was
Stinkleboots.
Not
Runavir.
Stinkleboots, it was
Oh.
Runavir you had
Oh.
caught.
He was crying over the egg.
Stinkleboots,
Squeakers
nothing
fought last night.
nothing
I
can bring
missed
him
that.
down.
Squeakers passed peacefully.
So you plan to head inside. I have a list of items for you then. They'll all be found in two different areas. One, a storage room of sorts. There are shelving along each walls. You can find it is it's the entire city is organic in nature. As I explained, it grew itself out of nothing. The walls almost seem cloud-like.
Can we walk through them?
You cannot pass through them, but
Oh.
they are. It's more like they're shrouded in a way. The room itself, as I said, has much shelving throughout it, as well as you can find leading to it. There are lanterns throughout the whole cityscape that are forever burning flames of blue. But this, if you find a flame of green, I specifically altered it long ago to burn green outside this room. Another room. And there are no windows. I did not say this before. It is hallways upon doorways and then larger rooms. There are no open spaces. So you cannot see a pond from a hill or anything like that. The second one, I made sure there were markings outside it with red. You will see red markings if any of you understand Sylvan, you will understand them to mean. Well, and do any of you speak Sylvan? I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
They stand for if friend, you enter. Foe, keep out. Wards are upon them to keep enemies out, if ever I were to fall. Inside you will find robes. Basic looking at first glance, but I require them. They will bolster my defense if I need to enter the fight against the threats that are now upon entering. In the room with with green flame outside, there is a helmet brilliant in design and it shines itself, glimmering almost. I require it.
What color is it?
It's silver, but with colorful gems upon it. Diamonds and opals, rubies. There are other items stashed here and there throughout the complex. Again, it's probably changed since I was there. So, anything you find, you may recover, for I do not know when I can enter again. And we can discuss which ones you may keep as payment for recovering these 2 items for me. The other item you should grab. It is in the same room as the robes, the one with the red markings. It is a container, a chest. Small in size, but large enough to contain this dragon egg. And what it will do is, as we've discussed, it will keep this from growing or decaying in a more permanent fashion.
What was the object that you said?
It's a chest.
Small chest.
Chest.
Wooden by the look of it, but long ago it was enchanted to have the effect that I've explained to you. All of you, one of you will need to touch this device. At the right moment, I will allow it to float in the air as I activate it, and once one of you touches it, the rest of you already need to be holding on to them, or they will be left behind, and I cannot know what time passage will happen if you go in after them. They may be in there for but a moment, or an age, for them. So they could be in there alone if you are not touching each other when you enter. Is there any other questions that I can answer for you that you thought of last night? Hopefully you got a good night's sleep. You're going to need it.
Do you have any sort of map or ability to sense direction or know where any of the things are in this world? I understand things may have changed, but, you know, is like, would a compass work in there? Is there a north, a south, a east, and a west? You know, would these things be to the northeast?
Compasses typically do not work, from my experience within. All I can say is, when you enter, typically, every time I've ever done so, it has been at the heart of this city you enter. So it is the center point. Again, it's been over 30 years since I have entered. So it's probably grown and expanded. The only other thing I can say is there's no darkness within. So you won't be anything to jump from the shadows at you.
Now, there's no people here, but there are things there that may hunt you.
There are the things, my former family, that would hunt me. It's like they know exactly where to find me. Even if when I would enter, I would instantly change to somewhere else.
What's
Or they
that?
hunt us.
Very insensitive calling them things.
Well, I don't know. I know she said family also, but like...
The enemy of that area is time. That is the biggest enemy. Now, if you come upon my former family, I do not know how they will react. I've never sent anyone else in.
Do you know if they still understand language?
Not from the 2 different points where I've tried to negotiate or communicate with them.
How did you try to communicate with them?
Verbally.
Okay. Would you... If they attack us, we would have to do what we would have to do, and I'm sorry. Is that an issue?
Not at all. I completely understand, and I expect nothing else. You are sent in to recover items, and you can't do so without defending yourselves. If you're able to get away from them without destroying them, by all means, but if it comes down to it...
If there is still sentience within them, we will do what we can do.
And I don't know, if you bring them out, what will happen? I really don't. I don't know if it's this place inside that's keeping them alive and it's really it acting through them, or is it something else?
Would you like us to try and recover them?
Yes, actually. Now that we discuss it, it never really occurred to me to try and bring them out. I mean, it'd be very interesting to see what happens.
Are you prepared to do what needs to be done if we bring them out?
Absolutely. I will make sure I am ready. And again, it might only be a snap of a finger for me before you come out. And you might be in for a long time. Or vice versa. You might feel like it was only a short time, and you might come out and a long time has passed. All I can say is, go with the Zekra. Keep your wits about you. Go as fast as you can. Be as silent as you can. Because I do not know what else has changed. This thing has evolved and grown more than you can know. Is there anything else I can explain to you? Alright. Who plans to touch the device? As you see her twist and move and adjust this device and then kind of like plop it in the air, and you see a kind of flick of her fingers and it floats and levitates. And it's still spinning and twisting and adjusting.
I mean,
I'll touch it.
on 3? All of us?
I would recommend one person touching, the rest already holding on to them to ensure that everyone enters the same time.
Okay.
My husband and I made the mistake one time of touching at the same time, and there was just the slightest time difference. Even only a second or a half second, and he ended up being in there for quite a long time before I came back in with him. He was alone. And a lot the mind goes to dark places when you're alone for a long time. And he had no way of exiting without me. That is the other thing. You. To exit, you cannot simply just open a door. You're going to appear in a place. There's no doorway. There are no windows. You must cast a spell of sorts. It's keywords. It's Sylvan. And she teaches you the words, the phrase. Not going to attempt an Elvish phrase. Yeah.
Oh, come on. We can do better than that.
What?
Loth kol badui. I don't know,
No.
something do.
Wow.
You want an Elvish phrase? You really
I
want
gotta
it?
write that
have
down.
one.
Yeah. She teaches you this phrase. You will need to state that in this point to be able to exit. And make sure again that they are holding on to you when you do so. Make sure your focus, your staff, whatever you use to cast.
Klaatu
Is on
Barada
you.
Nikto.
Sure. That's Sylvan or Elvish?
No.
I will not remember that.
What is that from?
It's from the day the earth stood still.
Sure.
It's saying-
Sure.
Harf ed Elhin is the word for open in Elvish.
Sure. Just write one of these down.
Harf.
Because you're going to
ed
need it, and you'll need it in your notes.
That word right there.
Whichever one you choose. Combine the two if you like. You can send him both, and then you just mark this down. You'll need it for your notes for when you come out.
And Helen.
I just googled Elvish for,
I love it.
for open.
Works great.
Yeah.
I know what Elvish is for open. Merla. That's friend. Just so you know. Not, but speak friend. Enter. Okay, everyone, whatever. Fuck me.
You used your one.
I did.
On that.
Alright, is there anything else you guys wish to ask of Keeper Asoar? The device is floating in. You plan to grab the device. Does everybody grab onto Gavin before he does so? Or to Ventus, excuse me.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, all of you reach forward, make a perception check as you're doing it. And this will be when you enter it as well as as you're going. 21?
15.
15.
Perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
7.
7? Okay. So, Runavir, at the last moment's time, as you reach out to touch the device, 21, you notice he lets go of your back. You feel his hand let go. And then, suddenly the image in front of you changes. And instead, you are inside of a strange, foreign environment. Again, softly lit. The walls almost glow or illuminate. A radiant, soft blue light from reflecting the actual flames of these ever-burning flames. You can see a long hallway stretches out in front of you this way, to your left, to your right, and as you turn around, behind you as well. There are 4 different hallways. Let me get them in here.
Alright, gang, like split up and look for
Yeah, let's all
clues.
go a different
Let's
direction.
go! And suddenly, you realize Runavir is not there.
We're Scooby-Doo.
The rest of you notice as well. The other thing you see is the floor is... It's not like a flat paved or stone walkway. It is kind of smooth and grown almost. It looks like a root system in a way, but much obviously larger, not like you're walking on a log. It's just smooth and organic compared to something man-made. Still similar, like glowing, ethereal look to it in some way. But yes, all of you now recognize that Runavir is not there.
What the hell?
There's 2 ways I can skew my reaction, and one of them is way worse than the other. Well, maybe he just didn't hold on hard enough or something.
I
Maybe
think
he
it was.
wasn't held on yet, and we just like, ooh.
I think it was purposeful
What makes you say that?
because he was touching my back and then he stopped.
Why would he do such a thing?
I don't know. He was very partial to those dragon eggs.
Maybe we'll see him in 40 years inside, and then maybe he'll come in after. Who knows?
We can't do anything about it now.
Nope. Alright, so straight, back, left or right?
Up, down, left, right. Oh, sorry.
A, B.
Left,
Start.
left, right, left.
What were your numbers? Perception 21,
50.
15,
7.
7. 21's high enough because this was the perception for as you were going in and first what you see. You also hear there is a soft, not voices, but like a humming, a rhythmic humming to this place.
Is it coming from
Like a vibration almost.
Is it coming from a specific direction?
It is not.
It's
just,
all encompassing.
it is. In time, you will understand.
Now, does one of the floors look more well traveled?
Go ahead and give me a dice roll, a d20.
14.
14. Go ahead and give me a dice roll.
I don't like how I whipped out the hourglass.
8.
8. Okay. Okay.
I don't get a modifier on this.
No. It's just I needed some rolls.
Now, does any one direction look more worn, well traveled than the others?
Not well traveled. The only distinguishable feature is the one. We'll say the one behind you is north. The one that you're facing towards is south, and then coordinating. The one to south. It looks like. Here and there you see, as you're kind of looking down it, looking for any distinguishable features that are different, it looks like there are hallways that break off much sooner from the south than from any of the other ones.
Let's go that way.
Sure.
Why not?
What could go wrong?
What could possibly get...
So, you begin walking down this hallway. How stealthily do you do it, and what order are you going in?
She told us to maintain stealth and quickness.
so I guess
So,
as stealthy as possible.
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll then.
Do I get advantage because my...
Your boots for sound, yeah. I mean, they're silent, so really, actually, you're silent when you walk, so you don't need to roll. They're boots of elven kind, like you're silent. Like
Poor Paul.
the stealth would be for sight. If I need it, I'll let you know. But for sound right now is the only thing that matters.
I also have +9.
Yeah. So what was
Got another 7.
7?
8.
8. So you're just so silent, and you're feeling and
My party members.
hearing the humming, and then you hear like on the wood is what it feels like. It's not actual wood, but it's organic. There's not a squishing. This is more like a.
It's like I'm walking on teeth. It's great.
It's not quiet in the least bit as you are there behind you, but you're continuing on. You get to a point where now you have 3 directions you can go: to the right, the left, or straight on,
We can also go back.
or back. You do see to the right there's it is a solo. So to the right there's a room. By the looks of it, there are almost like stairs leading up, as well as some like grown areas to sit in some ways, like stools almost that have grown up out of the ground.
And we got 3 directions we can go to.
Yeah, you can keep going straight or back, as Ventus communicated, or Gavin did.
All right. How about 1, 2 is left, 3, 4 is straight, 5, 6 is right.
That D3 it is.
Sure.
No, D6.
No, I know, but good.
I don't remember what you said.
3, we go straight.
So you keep going straight. Okay. You continue on, go straight. After just a while, you come to another intersection. You can either go right or left. This is an end to this hallway. And this, you're not quite sure how long it's been. You're not feeling hungry. You're not feeling tired, as we remember she stated to you. She did, keep in mind, told you to snack and eat whenever you can to force yourselves, because sometimes you will be in a long time and not realize it. And then you get hit with that when you come out.
Okay, I guess we could have a cracker.
Where the hourglass is.
To the right is what you find is it becomes, it becomes a little more uniform, a little more almost controlled, if that's not man-made, but a little more structured in some way. The way it's like straightening out and just continuing on. The curve to the hallway has gone away. And something you notice is as you're kind of peering down it, you can see it kind of opens up almost. You know it's not outside, but there's a wider spanning room of some sort in that to the right. Far to the distance that you can tell. To the left, you see stairways, or a stairwell heading down of some way. And it is brightly lit, but the stairs continue on and on and on from what you can see. As far as you can see.
Well, if there's stairs, we can't see very far because, like, they go up or down.
Yeah, but no, like, it's not like, oh, it turns. It's just straight stairs and the kind of fluffiness. But, like, as you're looking down, you cannot see the end of these stairs before your vision,
Can I
basically.
do roll again? Anything
Or
else?
we could roll a d4 and do left for the odds and
Heck
right
yeah.
for evens.
I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Sorry, what is evens?
Left is odd, right
Left.
is even.
Okay,
Left.
so you're under the stairs.
Boom.
Okay. The stairs.
It sucked to walk back up these.
You guys begin walking.
I just have bacon nuts. I'm just like.
A venison sandwich that you pull out. Just
Where did this come from?
your attunements that recall while you were in Shadowkeep had kind of disconnected in some sort. You feel those connections, but they're slightly different. There's something off. Keeper Asoar did warn you that magic did get a little different while you were in the pocket universe. We need to think up a name for it.
How can, like, every, like, I don't know, 10 steps I just, like, look behind us?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Who's in front? You? Who's in front?
Sure, I'll be in front.
Okay. Who's at the rear?
I'll be at the rear. 2 Goliaths.
Okay.
I'm a
Sandwich.
little piece of meat. in the
Yeah.
middle.
You're the baloney.
Sounds like a good Saturday night.
Should I roll perception?
You can. I need 1 second. You guys go ahead and keep. Roll your number. I'll be right with you. I need just a second. Chill.
22.
22.
Oh, that landed on the wrong part.
11.
You're good at 18. Man, that hourglass going is really.
I know, he
He's
should've
gone.
paused it.
He's
No,
gone and he's still going.
Over, and then when he gets back, he's back.
Meanwhile, he's sprinting down. Yeah, is that him?
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't pause your timer there.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Time doesn't matter
Still
in here,
walking
right?
Down the stairs.
So you are going down the stairs. 22. You look behind, and the noise of their walking had covered it up just enough for you to where you see at the as far as you can see, just the slightest outline of some type of shape. Humanoid, from what you can tell.
Oh.
Coming down the stairs towards you, but keeping in relative pace with you. But as you look back, they stop. You can't see distinguishable features from this distance.
But I can see them.
You can see that there's something there.
Cool. You know what I'm going to do now?
Is it within a mile?
Is
Hey,
it
you
within a mile?
guys.
I don't know. And does magic work the same way?
I don't know. We're going to try it.
Oh,
Alright, so you're going to attempt this.
My secret
Make sure you
talent.
knock that off for your ability. I know you get a certain amount of them or whatever, and roll to see how long. How long does it last in here? Woo! If it works. I want to let you roll before I tell you what happens.
Yeah, we're going to do
Psychic Whispers.
Psychic Whispers.
I hate that I suggested this subclass to him because it has screwed me so many times in
Brought
this
about your
campaign.
own demise.
Damn stone giants and communicating with dragons, and
You did it.
I did. I like it. It's great.
One can imagine the DM happy.
Where?
It's a D6 if I remember to tell you how long, and you can do up to 3 people if I remember right.
Is it magic, though?
It's a magical ability. It's definitely not a physical ability. It's
Well, yeah, because I use my psionic energy.
and that's a type of magic. Is psychic. So
Okay.
it would be magic.
I get to roll 1d8.
D8. And this is how long it stays.
7 hours.
7 hours.
Whatever that means in here.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
And this connection, as you make this connection, and as it does, you two both feel a suddenly pull in your minds, pulling towards his, to where you're just filled with not only the thoughts that he has, but your own and hundreds of others. You don't know what these thoughts are. It's like screaming voices inside your head. It is clear, but for them, they are experiencing this, and suddenly, the thing that you see kind of cocks its head and begins to sprint towards you, towards the group,
Oh, good.
but on all
schizophrenic.
fours. Very the Beast from
X-Men.
no, not X-Men.
Glass.
Glass and all. Yeah, like running, like galloping down these stairs, by the way. Descending stairs on all fours towards you. And you can...
hear something?
Picturing like
But you guys are experiencing like almost like a deafening...
We're having a schizophrenic delusion.
Yeah, you guys are... And you can see this suddenly where they're... How would your characters actually react, I guess?
Probably cover the floor.
Yeah.
Start screaming.
And actually,
I can barely
give
hear
me
my
a
own
d6. What is your typical psionic dice damage? What type of dice do you add?
It depends.
Isn't not for there's the one that's actual damage for you.
I don't have anything that does damage with that.
Well, yeah, your psychic
Yeah.
blade doesn't initially.
Well, yeah, but my psychic blade is 1d4, or that's
We
a
don't like
bonus
that.
action. 1d6 plus 5.
So roll a d6 and add 5 to it. 6.
11.
So 11 damage, psychic damage to both of you, as well as potentially this thing. You're not sure. And you can see them physically now, like cringing, him to the ground, Nasheen banging her hand against her head, but also holding her ear with the other hand. And you see this thing begin to sprint towards you guys. What do you do? There is no verbal communication or psychic in your mind, from that or them. But you can feel a connection to them. And you didn't intend to connect to them.
I'm going to hold out my hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to tell the creature, stop. We mean you no harm.
Psychically.
And verbally.
And verbally. Okay. I should have started that when you made that connection.
Sometimes different here.
It is,
Two
but this
timers.
is for the connection. It growls verbally and non-verbally, and what you're noticing is you can see very far. It's still quite a ways away from you, but it is sprinting towards you, but it does not respond other than a animalistic growl.
We are here on behalf of Zitka.
And you can see it kind of slow and you can almost sense this like deepening breathing, and then you can see two smaller shapes are actually behind it now. You couldn't see it before. But they're on all fours as well. And they're just kind of standing still at this point.
We know you are her family,
Roll another d6.
and we would mean to return you to her, or reunite you with her, if afforded the opportunity.
I'm gonna take more damage.
10.
10 psychic damage.
Oh no!
It stands up, and you're not sensing that it can communicate, but there's some sense of it understanding either the name or, oh, is this one up too? There's a little bit more sand in there. I think there might be a clump.
Let me help it go faster.
Okay, let's go ahead and restart that again. They do not continue to move forward you, but the aggressive psychic connection that you had kind of sensed has lessened and dulled to a more standoffish, but not aggressive.
We can take you back if you want.
Okay. They hold. They wait at the top of the stairs. Go ahead and roll a d6 again.
We need to find the room with the red writing and the room with the green lantern. If you take us there, we can take you back with us.
I swear to God, Paul, double digits again.
It's 9.
You.
Hey, at least we're going lower. I went 6, 5, 4.
Hurry it up!
It
I'm only at half health.
grabs
It's fine.
the children and turns around and begins to go the other direction.
Should we follow you?
Like a growl, sense of. Roll an intelligence check, both of you. You can't. This is one of the voices. You guys are still hearing hundreds of voices at this point. 10.
21.
21. You get the sense that yes, they're intending to guide you somewhere.
Okay, we're gonna follow them.
Okay.
And I'm going to break this connection as not to damage my party members.
As you see, like, a bit of
And I will-
Thank
nosebleed.
I will. I'm gonna tell it this. Like, look,
Jesus.
this is damaging everybody, you guys and my people. We will follow you, but I cannot communicate this way anymore.
Okay.
So I break the connection.
Finally.
It only took 20 HP.
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
you're okay.
Oh, my bad.
30. Yeah, you got plenty.
My max HP is 65.
So do you guys keep going with him? You guys follow?
Mhm.
Okay. So you're walking back up these stairs, and you're walking and walking and walking, and the stairs, it feels like, are longer than what they were coming down. And you don't know, has it been an hour? A day of walking? And then you get to this top and you look down and it looks like it's just a normal flight of stairs now that you're back at the top. It had seemed long before, now short, and coming back was much longer by the... You're getting... It's so difficult for your characters to understand the perception of time in here. And even you're starting to have issues recalling short-term memory in some ways. That you didn't realize how long the stairs had been. That they didn't change. It's that you forgot the distance almost. Or cannot remember. And you can see the shapes. And they're elven. They are waiting at the top of the stairs, but back into where the right had gone to the other stairway, where those stools that had organically been grown by the looks of it. And they're waiting at the bottom of those other stairs. Something you notice is there's a wound on one side of the head. Looks like a blunt injury. And the children as well.
Same one.
Similar. All head wounds. All blunt. The children at the rear of their heads. And the husband, or former husband and children, more at the side. And
Oh, we don't have anyone that can heal, do we?
you don't recall Keeper Asoar saying that they had been... You don't recall her ever saying how they perished inside. You see them standing at the hall, but as you get to the top and they make eye contact again with you, they turn and get on all fours and begin to walk up the hallway. Or up the stairwell, excuse me. And you can see it's similar, like, fluffy-ish, smoky, veiled walls and stairs. Bright lit. And after a period of time of walking, you find it opens up, and there is a large, just wide room with doorways. Hundreds of doors. All with blue lanterns outside of them. Do you attempt to communicate anything else, or see what they do?
This was when we took a right instead of a left of the stairs.
So, I will ask them if they understand the common speak, and see if
They don't react to your words.
Okay.
But as you get to the top of the stairs, you guys overlook and see all this. Have you guys spoken to each other at all? Any of with what happened? Or your perception of the hallway, the perception of, like, has there been any
My
communication?
legs hurt.
Why does my head hurt so bad?
I don't know, but I think we need to follow these creatures.
Do you think they speak Undercommon?
I don't know what they speak, but I believe they're leading us somewhere.
I get to speak with him.
That's just insulting.
God, I wish I could give them some tinfoil hats.
Can't you just not connect with us?
I speak
He
giant.
didn't attempt to last time.
I speak giant and orc.
Just do it anyway.
That's about it.
Oh, you got everything within a mile. That's what that means. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was hundreds of everything.
Yeah.
And that's when this connection,
You know
Ventus
sign language?
begins making this as you guys are discussing it. You realize that. Roll a perception check.
Everybody?
Yes. Do you communicate
Look,
that?
it's one of you.
You communicate that verbally to them?
More than likely.
Okay. Ventus says that.
Perception, dirty 20.
Okay.
8.
Does it matter?
It's over.
You mean-
Something crazy.
It's 30 again.
Yeah. What? Sorry, what was yours? 8?
Yeah. Can't get a decent
The two of you, your head still hurts. You're just snacking.
Nuts.
Yep. The two of you begin to see some of the doors are open, and your perception, definitely the 30, is high enough to know. You hear faint movement of some sort coming from a few of the hallways. How big is a mile in this place? You're not sure.
Great.
I think we need to hurry this up.
Yeah.
And with a 30, you also hear a voice calling out your name. And Ventus. And Sheen. Just softly. You hear it with a 30. You do not even with a 20.
Which way is
Coming from behind you. From the stairs. But just barely. Like, I'm saying like the echoing of a scream, but from very, very far
Do
away.
I recognize the voice?
You do. As Keeper Asoar.
Should we? Well, I
You don't know.
I'm gonna tell them.
Okay. What do you say?
I hear Keeper Asoar yelling for us. I do not know if it's her.
What's the harm in going to check? Well, there is harm in going to check, I suppose. But
It takes time. And
it's
time
very
is
specifically her.
She's yelling for all three of us.
Do we go back? What
I
if it's a
haven't
trap?
heard any strange voices.
What if it's a trap?
It's a trap.
That's what I was thinking.
I think we can handle it.
Yes.
My head hurts, but
Okay.
that's about it.
I'm gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell the beings.
Time out.
They have
Time out.
continued on, and they're moving towards one of the closed doorways. That all of them have the blue lantern outside.
So the creatures are moving towards.
Yeah, they're still moving towards a specific doorway.
I would follow them.
Can I?
That's up to you guys.
I'm gonna put a piece of coin on the ground in front of this doorway
Okay.
as to mark it.
To where the stairs are.
Yes.
Okay. Just a coin.
I don't have anything. I don't know. Oh, you know
You
what?
can mark
I have,
it.
No, I have a bag of ball bearings.
Mm-hmm. 1,000 ball bearings.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
The
leaving
standard.
myself a.
There's only 912 in it.
I'm gonna start leaving myself a little trail of ball bearings.
Okay.
Oh, bearings.
Gonna breadcrumb it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
How often do you leave it? Every 30 seconds or every? To you.
Yeah, every I don't know, 15 steps. I'm
Okay.
gonna count it that way.
By steps. Okay. So you continue on following the creatures, the former family. The door opens for them. No sound is emitted as it opens. The door from the stairwell closes behind you.
Fun.
And they go in through, and it closes behind them. You get there, it opens right up for you.
Okay.
And you can see them continuing on, but they had kind of waited from by the looks of it. And you can see a reflection off of some of the like smoky-esque aspect to the walls, a slightest bit of green reflection from somewhere down this hallway. And you continue on with them, and they get to where it begins to just slightly curve and then straighten back out, and then it begins to climb, but not on stairs. It's just a natural rise to it. And again, you're not sure how long. And you perception check, please.
14.
10.
30 again.
I,
Are you kidding? No, it is 30.
19. This is like my third 19.
As the door behind you shut, not only to the hallway, but then the chamber, the humming has dulled a bit. That's something you've noticed. It's still there, but that rhythmic hum is... It seems like the further you get away from the heart of the city, it's dulling. And you continue on. Do you communicate any of this, by the way? Or is there anything said to each other?
Do I still hear... Did I hear the voice? Did that...
You did not. That was
Fade
when
out.
the door closed to the hallway,
Okay.
it seemed to disappear.
Okay.
When
Is anyone else eating anything while they are there? Or just Nashim?
Uh, yeah, I
Oh,
could...
so-
probably
eating.
best to.
I'll use this... Yeah, we...
I mean, you guys hear her
It's
crunching
the
nuts
loudest
and
thing in the room.
almonds just
Yeah,
for
we should-
hours.
We should have a snack.
So you guys are snacking kind of along the way here and
We
there.
lost 30 hit
Was
points.
this door that we went through on the left or the right of the hallway? Or was it just down the hallway?
So the room that had opened up from the stairs,
Yes.
the door closed behind you, there were hundreds of doors. It was just kind of in this massive room, more adjacent to the right. If you were to like look at this, it's not like a rectangular room. It's more of like a large spanning circular
Yeah,
room
yeah, yeah.
with just every. It's hard to gauge the distance. It was 5 feet in between each door, 20 feet in between. It's just. Not only is time strange, but it seems like distance is strange here. You get to what.
Mark out our path. That's why.
Gotcha. And you've been leaving, and that's when you realize your pouch is beginning to get lower. As you see a room with a door that's shut and a lantern with a green flame inside of it. And they stop outside of it, the creatures that are, and they just stand there. The door opens up without sound, but I made sound.
Green flame was in the description for all the items.
Do you remember which items?
Yeah, the helmet.
And anything else?
Just the green flame for the helmet. The other
Mhm.
one
Well, then I
was...
misheard because I wrote red flame.
The other room had markings in red for the chest and
Yeah, the red markings for the chest and the robe.
and the
Mhm.
robes.
And then green for the helmet.
Yep.
Yep.
I should rewrite. It's not red flame. That is green.
Do you go straight in? Just walk past them?
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah.
Guard up or no guard? Do you trust these creatures?
Be like, "Ugh."
You're getting close. That's number 2.
Yeah.
That's not what?
Number 2 what?
Of that, this is the third one going.
Yeah, I
What?
trust him.
What is
Okay,
it?
so you walk right by,
I'm gonna tell them thank you.
verbally,
Yeah.
in common.
And
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
Kind of like
Be like, yes.
Please.
acknowledge them.
Make a perception check now that you are very close to them.
13.
Good.
14.
19?
19.
You two. Not you.
Not you.
The two of you see these wounds and they look fresh. They don't look old. They don't look, coagulated and decrepit and haggard. It looks like fresh blood and fresh wounds. But again, definitely from a blunt injury.
Anything more specific on weapon type, other than blunt?
Like round, thin.
With the
Like a
19,
flail or a...
it looks smaller to like a quarterstaff or maybe a small club. The top of a sword maybe, like the actual hilt at the top.
pommel.
Yeah, just something smaller. By the looks of it, you don't see like a dent in their head, but. And now that you see them, their eyes are just gray, milky colored. Their mouths kind of slight open, kind of just mouth breathers, not breathing though, just mindless almost. And
I don't like that.
Mouth breathers, not breathing though.
no, but what I mean is that look of like their mouth is open, but they're not breathing. You do not feel or hear any breathing.
All right, Fae zombies.
So
Who saw that
who
coming?
said this is the Fae? So you go in. You see, as she described, a room filled with shelving. There are many trinkets and items in here, as well as you can spend some time looking if you'd like.
Yeah, can I do another-
Investigation roll if you
Let's
want to actually
go
go through.
shopping.
So all of you can roll investigation if you'd like to see if you can find the helm. Do you recall how she described it?
Yes, it was
Silver. With
Silver with
diamonds.
jewels and stuff.
many gems. Yes.
Okay. What are the numbers?
A nice natural 1 for an 11.
1.
Really?
No way.
And you get nothing to add?
I have a -1 for investigation.
Oh.
I rolled a 2.
So 1,
So
11.
11. Yeah, still a
And-
natural 1.
Damn it!
Investigation.
9.
9 total. You guys spend what seems like only a moment
Ah.
looking through this room. And you find it. A helmet that clearly matches this
Oh.
description.
Okay.
As well as you see many other items. You
Ow.
see assorted weapons, assorted vials with liquid inside of it, some of them with objects inside, like animal parts, as well as organic nature pieces. You see a handful of shields, a handful of a full plate armor by the look of it. There's lots of items in here.
Are these pickled pig's feet?
You're gonna try and eat one?
Very.
You tell me.
Do any of the vials look familiar to things that I've encountered in the past? Such as healing potions.
Make a history check.
Please no one. I swear
Is it another one?
to the high heavens.
It
That is
was
another
one.
1 for an 11.
How many have you rolled this game?
2.
2?
We're not having.
But back to back. Good
We're not
job.
having good luck this game so far.
Yeah, is there anything any of us should we all roll?
You guys with those investigation rolls see many objects. You can tell me anything that you're thinking would stand out to you. The vial stood out to him. I gave you a wide range of items.
Did we see any amulets or
You
small
did.
trinkets?
You did.
I would like to look up like amulets, rings.
Like grab a bunch of them, or are
You
you?
just have like plaques.
No. A few
I've
of them
been
look
reading
familiar, and some of them look exciting to you in some way.
So do I do
It's like a pocket full of exciting vials.
Okay. So you just grab as many as kind of fit, like
Yeah.
stuff your pockets with these vials.
I have a bag of holding.
Okay. As well as there are some rings. There are.
yeah, I'm
scrolls,
gonna
there
grab
are-
rings and amulets.
Okay.
Just
So you're just kind of filling your, as well as bag of holding. Are you guys attempting that? That is another question. Did you bring the bag of holding in with you?
Yes.
Your bag of holding and your
well, yes, of course.
inside a pocket dimension.
Are there any weapons?
Yeah, are we
that
just gonna be teleported into?
I don't know. What happens when you do that?
Well, I'm gonna put my stuff into my bag of protection.
Bag of protection. Okay. So you have not opened the bag of holding or the handy haversack yet, correct?
I have not. No, I'm using my bag of protection.
I may know better. I'm tempted to say yes because it'd be funny, but I think I'd know better.
You would in your
So I'm
studies.
not gonna.
You may want to communicate that
Yeah,
as Ventus.
Really quickly. Don't open your bag of holding at all. Not even slightly. Just don't do it.
Why?
Well, there's this funny little thing where if an uncommon practice of putting a bag of holding inside a second bag of holding may or may not teleport a bunch of people into, I believe, the ethereal plane with no way of getting back out.
Oh.
And since we're kind of in the bag of holding a little bit, it's kind of the same thing.
What if?
I wanna-
open-
I mean, if you guys want to go to the ethereal plane, I'm down to clown, but
What if we
not
open
currently.
both of our bags of holding at the same time?
I think it'd be double catastrophe.
I want a bag of holding.
Open the bag of holding right next to the ghouls.
Okay, I will do it.
Anything within a certain distance gets pulled inside.
Yes.
Just a heads up.
I'm
a
also
radius.
grabbing amulets and things.
Without
whatever.
any saving throws.
Yep.
Are there any weapons or armor or anything?
Absolutely. There are lots of them. There's an axe, specifically a large, like a great axe that you like is pulling. Like, it's like that would go great with my handful of nuts. Like in combat.
I grabbed that.
Yep.
Whatever he left over in like.
There. I mean, there's stuff that you could not fill. You could fill up both your bags, all your backpacks, and still this room will be full of objects.
I grabbed the axe.
So you are grabbing just kind of the axe and just holding it.
Yeah.
Are you going to attempt to attune to it while you're here?
Sure.
Are you? You want to try and stop? It takes an hour.
Okay.
You guys okay with that? You going to voice that to them?
Can I attune?
I don't think we have the time
I
for
don't know
this.
if we have the time.
All right. So I'll just put it on my back then.
Okay.
Also, I would.
I could try to figure out some of these vials. Are any of the vials labeled at all?
Not labeled. Colors, you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
There are 2 healing potions inside.
Okay.
Also,
That was primarily one of the-
Superior.
I don't.
Both of them.
Oh my!
I don't think we should do anything with the objects we find in here without
other-
talking to Lady Asoar.
There are
Keeper.
4 other ones that you get. Between the superior potions, as well as 4 other ones that you're able to get, you get 2 to fill just your pockets and your standard bag. You're grabbing mainly amulets and what?
Like rings, stuff
Okay.
like that.
We'll say you get, with everything else you already have, you get 3 sets of amulets and roughly a dozen rings.
I'm glad I grabbed those because my potion of greater healing is in my bag of holding, so I can't even get it.
You
What
get
is
the
a
great axe.
set of amulets.
Like a pair
Oh.
of amulets.
It's
Oh,
like
I was thinking
it's like what
bracers.
we have.
Sorry, I was thinking bracers. Okay, if you're just doing rings and amulets, you grab even more amulets then. Excuse me, they're not a set. I was thinking bracers. For Dirk. We'll say I'll roll for it. How about that? To give you the exact number. D12. 12! So you get 12, or you know what? Don't want it to be 12 and 12. 13 amulets and a dozen rings. You get the great axe, and what else were you trying to grab?
I also go into the bundle of amulets and rings and I just
Okay,
Just
and
grab
just
a
stuff it in.
grab a handful.
Okay. We'll say with you get another 6 rings and 3 amulets and a pair of bracers.
I like use one of the superiors I found. Take that if you really, really need it.
Thank you.
Any other time you would like to spend inside of here? The room is full. And it goes on and on.
Armor?
There's the full set of plate armor that you're not sure what it is. It looks ornate. You see, like I've described, bracers. You see breastplates. You see some leather sets of armor. There are many, many objects in
I'll
here.
go get a thing of armor. I don't think my character's ever got
I don't think you can wear armor.
No?
Or you can only wear leather, right? Or light armor as a barbarian.
You can wear light and medium.
I would like a set of leather armor.
If you wear heavy, then you can't get the benefits
Of rage, yeah. That's what I mean. It's like for rage. I don't. You have to double check, but
I'm trying to
I think
look.
she's
I'm
only
like just
proficient
looking.
in light and medium.
I'm looking to see if there's anything even in my size. So I'm just like, okay.
there is. I mean, but magic items. You're not sure if these are magic or not. Unless you want to do identify or
Mine's
arcana
just
checks.
formaldehyde.
You do find armor that would be suited for you.
Okay.
That seems, well, that might be magical in nature. And you find some handcrafted leather armor by the looks of it.
Looks pretty intricate, ornate.
You don't know much about different ages of the world, but you don't recognize the symbol on it, but it looks of a language that looks vaguely familiar. You don't know if it's an older dialect of it or not. You do recall she was born at the beginning of the Second Age, and that she saw much in that time.
And this fits me.
Would I possibly know what that language could be?
Mm-hmm. What languages do you speak? Draconic,
Common, Draconic, Primordial, and Undercommon.
You recognize it, but you don't understand it. You recognize it from your studies as the first dialect of Elfane, which are elves.
No.
And somehow it would
So
fit me.
it's a dead language then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
By the looks of it. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm not going to put it on.
Okay. But you get it.
Yes.
Okay, and you just kind of like ball it or like tie it up as best you can to your back, or okay. Similar, or do you put on that armor?
I can identify things.
You did not attune to it.
Oh, can you identify
I
this
can
for me?
identify
then?
things. Yeah.
You want to cast that
I'm
spell?
almost certain.
Ooh.
Don't say it like that.
I'm
Don't say it like
asking.
that.
I
Don't
can
say it like
ask
that.
questions too.
And then
Are you casting identify ritually?
yeah, it'd have to be a ritual.
Yeah,
It
it
does
takes
take 11 minutes to identify one thing. I don't have it prepared as a normal spell. So
No,
yeah.
then let's just continue.
Are you putting that armor on?
I guess where else am I gonna put it?
You could tie it to yourself somehow with some rope. You put it on? And what type of armor did you want it to be? Look and see what you're proficient in and what you can actually wear.
Okay.
The loudest possible.
And just tell me. But
I want to wear the one made out of cymbals and bells, like I'm out of Dr.
there are
Seuss.
there are many different fashions. of
Light armor, medium armor, and shields.
So you can go with medium armor
Yeah,
if you
I'll
want
go
something
medium.
heavier.
Yeah.
You go to put the armor on and it expands a little bit more, just enough,
Ooh.
and you slide it on. Feels good.
I can snack on my
Comfortable.
nuts.
What kind of medium armor gets it?
+1.
No, I mean like, what brand of medium armor?
What would you like it to be?
I don't know.
Any preference? Info you want to give her?
I recommend half plate.
There you go.
It is half plate.
I don't know.
There are all different options in here.
Okay. Are there any health potions?
Potentially, he grabbed 2 that were superior. You guys are welcome to spend time to keep looking through for specific potions
You
or
see any health
items.
potions over there? Because we lost 30 hit points.
Yeah, he has one of them. I have one of them.
Any other ones?
4 of them that I don't exactly know what they do. I'd like to know what they do before using them.
I'll give her mine.
This one's made out of fireworks, it looks like.
Keep in
so I don't
mind,
really know
taking a
what's
potion, it is magic.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Drinking a potion is magic. So I'm just making sure you understand the risk of all actions while you're in here.
Cause I won't take anything.
I'm not saying anything bad's gonna happen.
I don't want nothing
Half-plate
bad to
is-
happen.
Alright, that's 3.
What's your dex score? Or your modifier? +2? I think so. Okay. So, you'd have 17 AC with the half plate.
Ooh.
+1, half plate.
Oh, my bad. 18.
And when you're raging, even better because, you know, certain damage is going to be halved, and so. Alright, so How, do you stay longer looking for anything else
I'm
in this
good.
treasure trove?
I think I'm alright.
Got new armor, got a new great
Yeah,
axe.
no, let's go.
Make a history
You
check.
mentioned bracers.
Bracers.
I just want
History check?
to maybe touch. Maybe.
Yeah, you grab a
maybe,
few.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, you grab some bracers.
Grab a couple pairs.
Got
Yeah,
some
like
bracers.
2 pairs.
Sure.
18.
You do a quick scan and be like, okay, that kind of looks like it might be useful. You're not sure what they
Something that
do.
I can use.
Yeah, like they'll do something. You're not sure what, but you'll figure it out eventually.
I will add a custom.
In a certain amount of time when you exit this place, you will figure it out.
18.
18 for history.
Mhm.
History check from all 3 of you.
Oh. Yeah. That's a 30.
Okay.
That's a natural 20. Wow,
19.
2 ones and a 20.
19?
Mhm.
19 and 30. It's now, you guys are realizing you were in that room a really long time. Much more than you realized. Kind of like a kid in a candy shop or in a toy store. Like the parents are like, oh my god, let's go. Like they don't realize how long they're really in somewhere because they are just enthralled with everything there.
How to treat yourself moment.
You did. And you definitely did. But you're realizing it was a long time in there.
Okay. We got the helmet. Did we
Yeah,
figure
The
this-
creatures are
Let's
still
go.
standing there, vaguely and motionless.
One of them's just tapping their
Did
foot.
we actually grab the helmet though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who has this?
And where did you put it? Did you put it on?
You have a bag of protection.
It will not fit in a bag of protection.
No.
It's a small, like, coin purse.
Well,
You could put those rings in
I
there
can
if you
hook
wanted to
it
open
my-
that up.
I can hook it to my belt. I don't know.
I know.
I could tie it to my back.
Yeah, you put the just the rings or the amulets.
Everything that I could fit in there.
Okay, it barely fit all that. We'll say that it's full.
I thought it was full.
Yeah.
Okay.
His pouch of protection's full
Yeah.
of amulets and rings,
And all sorts of food.
and then other parts of his body, clothing is full of other random stuff that he stuffed in. So
Add one more
so,
AC
so
because
hey,
of me.
Keeper Asoar, what can we have out of this? And you just dump out like everything out. You're just butt
like
naked and there's
Scrooge McDuck pile of
yeah.
stuff.
So we came across some of this stuff.
I mean, we just walked in her.
Do you attempt-
She's like in the other
There-
room, staring at us.
They are waiting outside the door.
Okay.
Do you leave that room?
Yes.
Okay. Door shuts behind you. What do you do?
Are they awake?
They're blank staring in the same direction as when you went in.
Okay.
Just waiting.
I'm glad to
I'm-
have had this guide.
I'm going to get down because they're smaller than me considerably, right? They're elves.
Mm-hmm. They're a foot and a half shorter than you.
Oh,
You're like 7 foot tall, right?
That how to talk to short people diagram.
yeah.
I think you said you were like
Hello.
7.5 feet.
7'3".
Because you're a half giant. Yeah.
I'm going to very gently put my hand on the shoulder of the husband.
Physically touch him.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
don't touch him.
Okay.
Well, you said they can't hear me, they don't respond to sound, and they can't see me because their eyes are all messed up.
I didn't say they couldn't see you.
Oh, then I'm gonna wave
I just
my
said they're
hand-
like blank
I'm
staring.
I'm gonna wave my hand in front of their face. In front of his face.
It's the worst cataracts I've ever seen.
We're done.
What does that mean?
The only way he's ever communicated that they responded to.
Next room.
That he doesn't know. He specifically said about green. Correct?
No, I said, and the room with the red writing.
Oh, you
He
did.
did mention the right.
He did.
I don't know if I trust you.
He did. He did.
I did. I said we're looking for the room with the green flame
Roll back the footage.
Pull it back.
and
Okay.
the room with the red writing.
Okay. As the door shuts behind you, if you did in fact do that, and I'm gonna trust you that you did.
We back him up.
I did
I'm
not
kidding.
do
I'm
it.
kidding. They all in unison just turn and begin on all fours walking and crawling towards a different direction.
How are their backs not hurting?
So unnecessary for them.
Okay.
It's like,
Are we gonna?
And your ball bearings, you start doing that again.
Yeah.
Okay. After a short time, you notice they are all gone.
Okay.
You have an empty little pouch if you'd like.
Should have checked.
Does anyone
in the
have-
room.
could have had more rings.
Should have
Go
checked
back
in the
for
room
more.
for ball bearings.
Does anyone else have any ball bearings?
Oh.
Nashim, you are out of food.
I definitely
What? No more nuts.
You suddenly realize all of your food is gone. You've eaten all of it.
Well,
And the two of you notice your rations, over half of them have been consumed at this point.
from who?
Them, like, just snacking, like, they just didn't start eating until after you. So, again, you do not feel hunger.
I have a bottle of ink that I can drop droplets on the floor with.
Perfect.
But that's kind of it.
We gotta do something.
Okay,
I mean,
you do have
potentially.
gold. You can start leaving coins.
That's too expensive.
Copper?
Would you be surprised to know I only have gold and silver, and not much of either.
What?
And not much of either.
Alright, so you continue following these creatures.
Yes.
As you get further on, make a perception roll. All three of you. Are those all, like, butter flavor?
Yes. And he's hugging.
Do you want some? Yeah.
14.
14.
19.
Wait, what? What are we doing?
Perception.
Perception. 15.
15.
I was kidding.
As you, Nashim, you don't recognize the specific voice, but you feel like you heard your name at some point along this journey since leaving that room. And you start looking around. And the creatures are continuing on, but then you suddenly, they stop and they begin sprinting towards a different direction.
Oh shit.
Oh. She came in and they're going after her.
Do you follow them?
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. You guys all begin chasing after them. They are fast as shit. Like, they are booking it. These kids, little things look like halflings on a haste potion. Like, they are booking it. And after, you're not sure how long, but you guys are getting gassed. Like, you feel like you don't know how you're still running at this point. You know you've been in here some time, but you're not sure how long. And that's when they turn a corner and you see Keeper Asoar. But something's off about her. Elves age much more slowly than many other races, but it seems like she has aged some since you've seen her last. Quite a bit. And you wouldn't notice if you were just, in the passing of time. But she's aged a few decades by the looks of it. And you can see her with a staff in hand out in front of her and an arcane shield kind of like surrounding her as these creatures begin pummeling the shield to try and get to her.
That's her family.
Mm-hmm. Or remnants of. What do? She sees you and she yells out for you.
We yell back, I guess.
She yells, "Help me!" But in her voice. And I'm not going to scream because I don't want to blow the microphone to that. Do what you have to!
Why do these creatures... Why does your family mean to kill you?
Now is not the time!
Now's not the time to ask.
They seem fine to us. Like they're friends.
They did us no harm and were leading us
Do you get to
the items.
should you connect to them and do the same thing?
Yeah.
I do have some health potions if you want.
You're going to try that psychic connection again?
Like not in any bags.
Are you?
Um,
The decision is yours.
I'm gonna tell her, you can tell us, or I will find out.
I think I know exactly what happened. I'm not
She
gonna
killed
lie.
him in there.
Oh, dude, for sure.
We don't have time for this. They're going to break through my defenses.
I don't know if she had a staff, but now I do. And then I was like, yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah, well, they mean us no harm.
Do you mean to stop the threats that have already destroyed and conquered so many places upon the earth? You've been in here far too long.
What?
We literally just got here.
It's been like 40 minutes.
More like 40 years.
Oh my
No.
god.
And you already used it.
We got the helmet.
What would you
Hey,
have
we got
us?
the.
What would you have us do?
We got the helmet.
The dragons and mind flayers are the least of your worries now.
Oh,
We need to get out of here, and I mean now.
but we have to get the chest. And...
I know where it is. Stop them so we can make haste to that area and then leave.
Alrighty.
I don't know how much time has already passed. I've been in here for too long,
There are
searching for you.
there are thousands of people in here.
And you see her. No, that can't be true.
Hey, we should probably deal with these guys. I'm not gonna lie, we should probably deal with these like right
And
now.
you can see like their hands have now snapped where like from pummeling and hitting their bones are beginning to just like give, but they are not stopping.
Oh my god. Okay.
They are World War Z-ing, slamming, you know, like
You guys want to figure out how magic works in here? Because I do.
All right, cool. I'll. Is she within 5 feet of them?
she has like a shield spell up, but that's just visibly holding them at bay.
Okay, cool. Then I will use sneak attack and psychic blades on the husband.
Okay.
I'm gonna melt minute meteors.
Are you? What are you doing with your new axe?
I didn't attune to it.
You didn't, but you can still use it.
I got my old axe.
Sure, use your old axe.
Okay, so it is
That's up to you.
I got new armor.
And instead of fire, I
Not attuned to it either.
5d6
Thunder damage.
You're using thunder damage. You're trying to modify it to that.
Kind of funny, yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Thunder
do it.
meteorites,
plus
It's been a
1d6.
minute.
and you're sending all of them at the husband.
Kids.
You're sending it.
No!
How many is it?
The
It
children!
is, I think it's 3.
3.
Let me see.
Okay.
6. I
Okay.
can only do one
It
at a time.
turns max damage. So whatever both these things are, it max damages. The only difference is, as your blade hits, it does not return to your hand. As you, it appears out of nowhere, psychically forms and lands in the back of the head, and stays put. Whatever the max damage is, tell me.
That's kind of cool.
They have taken 30 damage already.
6d6 plus 5 plus
So that's
4.
36, so that's 41 plus 4, so 45.
45.
So the husband collapses after 75 damage.
Egats.
How much is max damage? And
It's 12. They gotta make a save though.
they do not.
Okay. Well then.
And
it'll
something
be
else
12
that's
thunder
strange is,
damage.
as you toss these meteorites from, they begin circling you and then suddenly throw out, right?
Oh, yeah. I can do 1 per bonus actually. So if you want, you could be like, oh yeah, they all go. In which case, they would end up taking 66 fire damage each, or thunder damage each.
Well, they've already taken 30, so it's a matter of a single one hitting them.
Oh.
And the saving throw is not necessary because they are basically standing still, or in the same place at least.
Mm-hmm.
You hit them, but something that happens, the object when it hits them stays there. Does not dissipate like standard magic for you. A chunk of meteorite slams into the back of their head. Right beside where the bludgeoning damage was done. And they collapse to the ground.
All the kids?
Both kids and the husband
My
collapse.
bad.
Make a Arcana save, both of you.
Save.
Oh, so I'm just chilling.
Yeah, you're good. You almost had to throw your axe
I
at
don't
him.
know what that means. Do I?
Just an Arcana check, basically.
Okay.
I
20.
was ready to get
20.
violently female again.
21.
21? 20 and
I threw a
21.
net 20.
Of course you do.
I have 0
Why wouldn't you?
Arcana.
So, you both are okay by the scene. Seems that way. Oh, that's number 4.
Oh.
What are they?
She
for?
drops her staff and she says, "Much has been done. I cannot explain. We do not have time in here. We cannot linger. Follow me." and she begins sprinting off in the direction they're back in the way you had come. Do you follow her?
Yep.
Yeah, let's take a break now.
And or you need to take a break?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a break there. Paul needs to use the restroom.
So do I.
We'll see you back in just a few minutes. We're back. Alright, so Keeper Asoar begins sprinting off away from her now, defeated, seemingly, family. You grab your soul knife or leave it.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. You physically grab the knife. It does not dissipate like standard for you. It looks exactly how you would imagine your soul knife when you've seen it before, but physical. And you chase after her
Yes.
towards the direction of the room with the red lighting, or red lighting,
Good, ready.
the red room.
Red.
The red
Oh,
light.
I was just watching them. Sorry.
She's sprinting off. She does not say anything. She's running as fast as she can. Everyone except Ventus can easily keep up, like without.
Aw.
They're rogue and barbarian. Like they're not gonna have an issue. And Goliath, you can keep up. It's just you're
Busy
gonna.
reading books all the time.
Yeah, you have to actually work at it.
No cardio.
Oh, Cardi.
I'll grab him and just carry him under my arm.
This is
Okay.
demeaning.
But thank you.
Would you rather fall behind?
Come on, little one. Let's go.
Don't call me little arm walking.
After a time, you get to a room with red writing scribed on it in Sylvan, in the word that you now know to mean.
Enter
Enter a friend.
a friend.
Sure.
Enemy, stay out, or whatever.
Yeah. She throws the door open, and you can see on a rack not only a single set of robes, but a few other sets of robes and hats, and looks like some focus type items. Looks like there is a few like coin purse looking things, all on hooks on all the walls. Just like this is a room of hanging things.
It's a really nice walk-in closet.
Correct.
Where's the little chest?
It is right, actually, on the left as you come into the room, and the door opens. She swings it open, but it's like she kind of like throws her hand out as it begins to like open on its own. To the left, you can see multiple chests stacked up, kind of like not hastily stacked, but definitely not neatly and orderly stacked up,
Cool. I'm gonna grab one
of
of those.
assorted types.
So we're looking for a wooden one
There are a few wooden ones.
that's been enchanted.
Okay.
I'm gonna just ask her which one of these chests is the one you're looking for.
It's one of them, one of those. I don't know, honestly. It's been many years. My mind is not what it once was.
Well, what can we do to?
There are 3.
Cool. I'm gonna grab the one on the top.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a bunch of the stuff that's in this room in it.
You open it.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna throw a bunch of stuff in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been 40 years since she told us to get it. No wonder she forgot.
And it had been 30 years since she had been there, so it's been 70 years since she's been
Oh,
inside this
man.
place.
Does anyone else want to grab one of these since this lady doesn't
Sure.
know what's
I'll
going
grab
on?
it. Yeah.
So you guys grab a chest or 2.
I mean, there's
Just
3.
one
Some of them already have stuff inside them.
But you said there's 3.
That's gonna be
There's
hard.
3 wooden chests, yeah,
So
but
we
they're
each-
like little trunks, you know,
So we
like
each-
I'll
grab-
take the lightest one.
We'll each grab one.
okay, each one of the trunks that are, you know, kind of like a large lunch pail, but wooden.
Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna ask her why she killed her family.
Yeah, you.
How
lied.
did you determine that I killed my family? Are you sure this is necessary at this moment? I just told you you've been in here for 40 years.
It can wait. We can go and then we can.
Well, are you gonna tell me
We have
later?
questions.
I'd happily explain myself once we get out. Truthfully, I have no idea how long I've been in here.
We should leave. We should go.
I can't explain you'll have to see with your own eyes the havoc that has been caused.
What happened to
across all of
Runavir?
Entorin. Runavir.
It was 4 of us, and then we went down.
I
and
recall.
there were 3 of them.
He said he stayed behind and took the egg and left. I have not heard what happened to him or to that egg. All I know is he left, as you recall, my station. It's the one of the few last strongholds of the world. There isn't much communication anymore.
Is the Duke still there?
Surprisingly, yes. We have some new guests as well, but you'll get to meet them when we return.
One of them threw it over there.
You're not mean for us to become your guests.
No. The world needs you. Honestly, I think it was selfish of me to send you in. Maybe even foolish. To send you in for something as simple as something that could house a dragon egg.
What about the helmet and the robes?
Those were for me, that's the selfish part. But you only desired to go in because I offered something to contain a dragon egg.
Well, I mean, we were pretty selfish too. We grabbed some stuff.
I have pockets full of vials. Don't even.
I can see. We'll discuss that when we get out.
Now let us carry on.
Let's go!
Let us continue.
Did you get the rope that you need?
I did.
While
and,
we're in here,
and there are other sets of robes.
while we're in here, is there anything else
Does
we
this-
possibly need to
Does this
grab?
color look good on me?
I mean, there is a not exact set, but a similar set of robes.
What is it?
By all means, I mean to destroy this place if I can when we exit.
Why has that
Just
cool
like you
stuff?
destroyed your family!
It's like a mall in here. We love it.
You're right, but again, it's hard to explain. You will have to
Is
see
all this stuff remnants of the First Age?
most of it, yes. Some of it second.
Ooh.
Some of it from the Third Age, but most magical items have not been crafted in the Third Age.
We're gonna look for a robe, cloak or a robe that'll fit me, and then we're gonna.
All of this is not magic, just heads up. Not
Yeah,
every
I
item.
know.
But yes, you
Fine.
grab a nice cloak.
Looks nice.
hmm
Okay.
As you grab it, it's solid black, except for a clasp that is of silver. And she doesn't wait much longer. She just throws the robes over her arm or over her shoulder area and kind of just like begins to hurry off back in a direction what might be towards the center of the city. You imagine that's where she would head. But already you can tell her like stopping at times on her way here and leaving of trying to recall which direction to go.
Oh, okay. Do we see any
I
ball
wrote it down.
bearings or ink?
Not for yes, because you kept going with ink. You kept attempting as you were running to drop.
He's
the-
under my arm, and he's just like,
Yeah, and that's where she deviates at one point, and you don't know. Oh, does she know a different direction to be able to make it back, rather than maybe go like a big circle? And you're not sure how long this takes. Is there anything else you attempt to discuss with her?
We left the trail. There's color. We left the trail.
Yes, I am attempting to get out of here as quickly as possible, but it seems that, like I said, it's changed quite a bit.
why are there thousands of people in here?
Are you sure they're people?
Thousands of whatever.
There's thousands of sentient beings here.
I do not know. This is beyond me. How did you determine that there were thousands of sentient beings?
Because we heard them all.
What, like in a cathedral? They were all there.
Yes.
Imagine if the cathedral was.
In our heads.
Yes.
Oh, you have the ability to speak psychiatrically. Psionically?
Psionically.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how I got your family to lead us to the first room.
They are not my family anymore.
Well, they knew you.
You stabbed him in the back!
In the head.
They did.
Well, he did that.
And we're walking and talking as this happens. As she's trying to hurry back towards. All I can tell you is it was only at last resort that happened. Something changed them as well when they were in here. A sickness.
They were not down with the sickness. That was the growls.
They were not.
They were not
They were
down
not down
with the sickness, as you say. Down with the sickness.
Many years ago, we were inside discovering and searching this place, planting some of the items in the rooms that you recovered some of them from. And recall that everything I said you leave in here changes. Well, sometimes things multiply. And some of the trinkets that you recovered came from ones I left here. I did not bring everything that's in here. So be careful with what you take out with you.
Okay.
Buddy, if these things are mimics. You just... Oh.
Well, let us carry on then.
She leads you on back, continues on, stops. Roll 2 2s.
Can I assist in trying to navigate our way back?
You can. This is a different direction than the way you guys came.
Yeah, I figured as much.
But after a short while, go ahead and roll.
Intelligence?
Sure.
15.
Yeah, it does help of just getting a general, as best you can in this place, a general sense of where you're at. Well, maybe we should go this way. And you correct her to go a different direction. It turns out at some point you come across a ball bearing. And then you see the large room. You come through one of the doors of the room that had the hundreds of doors.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see all of the doors are shut. All the blue lanterns are still lit. And at the center of the room, it looks like some of the ball bearings have been kind of swept together into a little pile.
No.
Even the gold coin.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Huh. Well, this is odd. I'm gonna go over there and pick those up.
Well, why don't
and
we
put
just
those back in the bag.
why don't we just go to each door and like check to see if there's a ball bearing pile, and then we'll know it's there.
Go ahead and roll a history check, the three of you. Let's see.
29.
18.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good.
Oh, 20.
20. After only what seems like a few moments, you open a few doors, or you go up to them to where they open themselves, and you find a set that looks like the set of stairs that you came up. And she continues on. You see a pile of ball bearings that he had left on the stairs at the front of the door. And how did they get piled up? Why are they not in a line like they were supposed to be?
We have a Roomba.
There's a
Yeah, it couldn't fit underneath,
Ethereal-
so
The
it just...
gelatinous
Roomba.
cube picked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where it pooped.
Our tiny sized gelatinous cube went and rounded them all up.
Not a bad idea. Clean the place up real good. But you get to where it looks like you're vaguely remembering this place.
What about perception? Can I roll
I know
perception?
that we need to make a left at some point.
I was halfway through my nuts here.
Straight twice.
You feel like this is the room you first arrived in, where the 4 hallways were.
Tastes
There
like
were 2
cashews.
of the 4 hallways, though. There was one more.
Say what? The original room you first started in.
Yeah.
It was like a T.
There was
intersection.
it was
There
like
were- there were-
straight behind you,
Yeah, there
left
was-
and right.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
There were
basically
2
went straight.
of the two-way intersections.
Yes, and then we went straight, and the next intersection was the same thing, and we went straight again, and then we went.
Initially left down the stairs and then
Yes.
back
So
up the
if we're at
stairs.
the first T intersection.
Oh no, she's gone through all of that,
Oh, okay.
and
Never
but I
mind.
appreciate that all of you remembered that. She gets there and she pulls out, she pulls her staff up, puts her staff on the ground, and reaches out her hand to kind of for you guys to grasp it, and begins to utter the words that you had said, or she taught you.
Yeah, we'll take her hand.
Okay, and she casts this spell, and as you come out, I need to know, what are you deciding? Now is the time.
Oh.
To continue on or not?
I think we got a cliffhanger.
What are we like health wise?
Well, I'm full health.
Help, man.
Well, I can tell you once you guys make a decision.
I'm at 25 health. Also, we're gonna be at
And
exhaustion
determine
for a
how
while.
long you've been in there. I can reveal how long you've been in there. At least 40 years.
See what we do the funny thing in cliffhanger. Do a fun, cool thing.
Here's my question to you.
Okay.
This is not in-game related.
Okay.
What does Andrew, the DM, want to do?
I want everyone to have a good time.
No.
That's a cop out.
No.
Enjoy the story.
No,
No.
I'm sorry, that is a bullshit answer.
I think it would be nice to finish the camp. Okay. I would like to finish the campaign and then either start a new one where I play, or we have to do a whole new campaign within the world, but either far back in history, during the First Age maybe, or...
So you're just as
or-
as we are.
No, it's just, if you do a new party, the main thing is because it will be starting basically back over. The 41 sessions that we've had basically have happened, but you'll be starting over as a new party. So potentially, to get high enough level to even succeed, it's going to take a while. So we have another 2 years of play with that party, which I'm fine with, but we'll definitely need another replacement player.
Okay, you want to see... What is your... which one do you want the most? Do you want to see this campaign arc to the end?
Do you guys want to play another 20 sessions as this group? It's probably going to take
If it'll be 20 sessions.
10 to 20 sessions, I would guess. Depending on exact choices,
We can finish it.
I'm down.
I'm done to finish it.
10 to 20 sessions. Because I figure it's about a year, and then this campaign would be done. Okay. So allow me to reveal. You come out. Very different aesthetic setting. The once Shadowkeep, which was well maintained, perfectly orderly, clean. It's a little more run down looking, smelling.
I thought we went from 90s aesthetic to modern.
Not like it's not a foul smell, but the maintenance on it. There are enchantments that still are up, but Stinkleboots has not been as productive. She drops her staff to the ground as she sits down, and she sees a note. She doesn't collapse with sleep, neither do any of you.
Did we take a level of exhaustion or anything?
You are...
I ate all my nuts.
That helps
We
that you guys
probably
were
did
eating.
too.
You guys were eating, which does help. I'm looking for the levels of exhaustion.
It's 6 is death.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can.
But I'm trying to see how... Oh, okay, here we go.
How do you even do that on here?
Good question.
Speed, no, there's 5th level, which is speed reduced to 0. You also have your hit point maximum is half. Level 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Your speed is halved at 2, which doesn't matter. It would be 0 if you were level 5. And basically, you have disadvantage on everything. Your speed is 0 if you have 5 levels. You guys all
I found it.
sit down with 5 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, it's under conditions.
Yep.
You can't really move much, but you can talk. And she begins explaining to you. But she feels drained as well.
Nap?
In the time that you've been gone, I'm not sure how much time has passed since I found you, and I was in there. But just in the 40 years that you were gone, there were a few battles between the Sentinels and the Mind Flayers.
Oh.
The Sentinels were successful at pushing them back for a while, until one of the Sentinels was overtaken by some other creature similar to what they are, but bigger, stronger. It turned it against its own kind, and it wasn't the last. There was many Sentinels that ended up getting turned, and it seems that they were under the control of what we began to call the Elder Brain. It was a large creature that controlled the hive of, and that was only the first of many destructive acts. The Sentinels then began to be more destructive as they saw the balance tipping further and further away. And eventually, what we thought at the time was something good, a power that I spoke to you, I believe, about many years ago, rose from the north and caused the Mind Flayer threat to flee, to head deep into parts of the underground. We call that the Underdark now. They have not been seen for many years. The Sentinels, after a while, got control of the Betrayer Sentinels. A few went into hiding, we think, with the Mind Flayer threat. But the remainder were wiped out by the Sentinels. And that's when we first saw our surprise. The Sentinels did not go back into hibernation and slumber. They stayed upon the surface, some of them wreaking havoc of some of the remaining villages and towns and even city-states. Nishim, I'm sorry to report to you that Care has fallen. It is gone. Burned. Hawk's Landing, the tower that stood for nearly 300 years, folded beneath the collapse of a large zeppelin crafted by the dwarves, a warship, first of its kind. It was quite something to behold. I luckily had the privilege of seeing it myself, this battle that ensued above the city of Hawk's Landing. But it did not go in our favor, as the dwarves thought technology was our saving grace. They battled the Sentinels that refused to go back, to leave the surface, and many warships that they created plummeted from the sky. Hawk's Landing still stands with some citizens, but it is not what it once was. And that's when the worst of all happened. The power that helped us push the Mind Flayers back, we thought they were our friend. We thought that they were there to save us, to help us. But that was not true. They, in the ensuing chaos, gained power and control over much of the remaining realm. We call him, let me find his name, sorry. I want to, because this is important. I wasn't supposed to get to this for a long time. He was known as the Lord of Krishal Tirith. We called him Zendril Paramphothesis.
You've used Zendril before.
Did I? Who was it? Do you remember?
It was Bart.
Zendril came, asked for the emissaries of the remaining leaders of the world to assemble in one location.
Who was it? Was Lord what?
The Lord of Krishal Tirith. Crysshal Tirith. That is where he put them underneath his thumb, through spells and enchantments, through a power we have never seen upon the face of the earth, even with Emperor Kisatet.
And did you talk to the Duke about any of this?
He attempted to help, but it seemed much of the information he had was either out of date or misconstrued. He did help us with the true name. We discovered something about him and his true location because of him, but we could not, of course, release him, as you can imagine why. Oh, once we have taken some rest, there are some letters here for you. Correspondence that I thought would reach you much sooner, and some of them have perished since their arrival. Zendril has control over the entire world. He resides in a crystal tower which shines emerald green atop a frozen tundra north of here, west of La Tang. He's able to hop all over the planet, seemingly at will. He has limitless power. Some attempted to stand against him and failed.
He's getting his power from the tower.
How do you know such thing? You've been gone a long time. How would you know that?
It's just a guess. That green stone is what our sending stones are made out of. It's also what transported us to La Tang. That green stone is very powerful.
It is. And it can move itself too. I've never seen it personally, but it's been able to grow. It's been able to change to a different location when needed. Koible, what was left of it, was wiped out. The records either destroyed or claimed by Lord Zendril. Many of the records of ancient ages past are no longer available to many. The last stronghold of the free that I know of is in Quemembelar.
How do you spell that?
CQUAIMENVELAR. Quemembelar. It's the elven home within the Blexen Mountains. The Elfane found a way to protect themselves and those that could seek refuge in safely arrive.
What was the name of the mountains?
Blegsin, Blegsin. You know those to be the mountains north of Asgirth and Hawk's Landing. The mountains that your former tribe used to ride and hunt near. As did yours, originally, at one point, many years ago.
And we should go there.
Quemenvilla?
Yep.
I agree. I cannot go with you, but I can help send you there.
Have you been to La Tang?
I have not. I have not had the privilege or opportunity.
I didn't know
Most
if you-
of my abilities have been kept upon keeping this place standing from one threat or the other.
I think we should rest.
Oh, we absolutely must. I'll see if Stinkleboots can still bring in.
Is he still alive?
When I left, he was.
What about the mouse?
Oh, Mr. Squeakers. He has been gone a long time. I miss him.
No!
You've taken too much!
We will burn this world to the ground!
Nothing
For a little
Angels will
mouse.
praise the swings of my blade!
Next battle. For Squeakers!
For Squeakers!
It is time, I think, for us to sleep. I'll have food brought to us so we can find out how much time passed since I found you. I don't have the ability to move or even use a communication spell with Tingleboots at this moment, but we need to rest, and then in the morning I should have enough strength to do that.
Well, take an hour. Then I can send to him.
Send us a new-
Because I have
Remember, we're
I
in
have
the
iron stuff.
Shadowkeep still, too.
Damn. My bad.
Okay, so we're gonna put us down for one long rest.
I've almost forgotten. I'm sorry. It's been so long.
Huh?
The dragon.
Oh.
The one that you attempted to slay.
Mhm.
It did return.
Oh.
It is what we thought was the plague. For it left only dead and undead behind. We began to call it a lich dragon. It is still roaming the world, and it has grown increasingly faster than any dragon before. It first went south, and that is what took out Kara eventually. Was that dragon.
Oh, yeah, dragon killed your whole family. Good job.
Oh my goodness!
You were the one that stepped on it and did all the things.
Oh.
I
But-
tried to throw it off the cliff.
For another day, I guess. Let us get some rest. You take a long rest, unless there's something else you try and ask while...
Why'd you kill your family, by the way? That was weird.
What's up?
Why'd you kill your family, by the way?
Oh,
That was weird.
she does not answer if you do
Damn
ask
it!
that.
Okay, we're gonna recover one level of
One level of exhaustion to where you get some movement back. It's half, so it's... You can move, but it's not... So she gets up. She attempts to connect with Stinkleboots. He's not there. I need to go look and see. And then she starts realizing her office is kind of disorderly. Gets up, walks very slowly. Does anybody go with her?
Sure, I'll go with it.
Anybody else? Everybody else stay, relax,
Oh.
chill.
Before I go, he can identify things, right?
Yeah.
Can she identify things?
Mm.
Like, is she more proficient at
I
it?
don't know.
I
Have
can
you checked your
I can
items?
identify anything you need me to, man.
Have you checked your items?
Okay, I'm gonna check my items before we go. Now that I can move.
So all of you kind of dump
Yeah,
out all
I-
your loot.
yeah.
Set of bracers is there. One set.
Okay. Chilling.
A single ring is right there.
12.
One amulet is there. The robes are there. Basically, anything you took duplicates of, there's actually only one.
How
It was
about
made-
my soul knife?
Your soul knife. I imagine you had just like stuck it in a sheath or something.
Yeah.
It actually had back into psychic energy and dissipated when you came out.
Man, I was really hoping that thing would be like
Wah,
super,
That'd be
like,
kind of
super modified blade that actually.
Well, you haven't thrown it yet. You could attempt to throw another one. See what
That's what you
happens.
What
get.
about those 4 random potions that I had?
None of those are duplicates. So they are there.
But is
We'll
one
get to
of the
'em.
superior potions just gone?
Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah, no. I
It's
can't.
What other
it's-
items?
it's
And the
mine,
great
you
axe
guys
is
know
there.
It's mine.
The plate, the half plate is there.
Have my leather armor?
Leather armor's there. There are no duplicates.
Okay.
I had three amulets, 6
Oh.
rings, and a pair of bracelets.
What about
So 1 pair of bracer, 1 amulet, and 1 ring. That's
what
you
about the wooden chest?
Oh yeah, we each had a chest.
have. Mhm.
But they were all different,
Correct.
and they all had different things in them.
Correct.
Okay.
The one that you were supposed to recover, which had the. Where are my notes?
The stasis thing for the dragon egg that we no longer need.
Yeah, is the one that was for the dragon egg. You had tossed some of the stuff in it that you had attempted to that was kind of like stuffed to where your clothing is awkwardly full. You kind of stuffed in there, and that's when you discovered, oh, there's only a single of this in there when you needed to.
Yeah, but I took like coin purses and other things
Oh,
that were.
you did. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't. There's a single coin person there. No money, but there is a curious coin and a deck of cards.
No. You wouldn't.
The other ones you find in the miscellaneous coin purses, different gems. One of them, if you're going to identify all this stuff, I imagine one.
Eventually,
Okay. I'll get to
It'll
what
take a
everything
while.
is.
It'll get to
You walk with her. You guys kind of dump everything out, and he starts, oh, God. And he's tired. He's just like, it's been a while. And he starts going through everything. Very exhausted.
Does it take twice as long?
No, but he takes breaks in between and relax. He's worn out.
Okay.
We get arthritis by the end of it.
Arthritis.
You walk with
Draconic
yeah.
arthritis.
Yeah.
A plague.
It's
of
very
people.
scaly. You walk with Keeper Asoar
It's like
and
barnacles.
get to the elevator, ride up to the first floor, and you see a young-looking halfling of some sort. Gnome, halfling, something. Some sort of halfling.
Well, hey everybody. You must be Keeper Asoar. My grandpa said that you would be back someday. He died many years ago.
No!
Stinkleboots!
Good riddance!
No, Stinkleboots still lives because this kid's last name is Stinkleboots.
No, but the original.
But
Different
Sebastian
Stinkleboots.
is gone. This one is Steven Stinkleboots.
Now you do too much. I'm gonna remove.
So
Hi, my name's Steven. I'm your new assistant and keeper of records of Shadowkeep. You probably
Stephen, what is the year?
well, let me add the numbers.
My grandpa said 100 years ago that I'd meet you.
And she speaks up. Well, they began to call it the Fourth Age after Zandril came to power. So the timeline is a little off. But what year is it within the Fourth Age, Stephen?
It's 140. You've been gone a long time, and a lot has happened. I can come with you if you want. I'll lock the. Make sure we haven't really received any new, guests in a long time. I'll lock up and come tell you guys a story of what's happened.
And he locks up, follows you, and you see Keeper Asoar kind of befuddled and dumbfounded. Like, it's been that long. And she whispers to you as you're walking
Is
away.
Stephen with a V or a PH?
We'll go V. We'll go V. Never has so much time passed while within
Yeah, well, you see, the problem is some douchebag rolled a nat 20 and another douchebag rolled an 18.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that means, but
Oh, it's metagaming, it's okay.
oh,
Go
well,
away.
I don't. I can only determine that each time that is. It's growing, so it's perhaps its ability to slow time for those within has grown as well. That's all I can come up with.
Well, if we're not going back, there's no reason to worry about it.
I don't know how we can go back.
Very simply, we just do.
Where we're going.
We didn't need.
All right. So, what were we doing?
We were walking back to the little
Oh,
her
you need the-
office to have him tell us a story.
Okay.
Tell
But
us
in the
the
time that they were gone, you were able to identify two things. First thing is the robes, because you're curious about those. Those are called ritual robes. It is your AC is 10 plus intelligence modifier.
That's pretty good.
That is what your AC becomes. As well as it gives you a feat.
Oh, how am I choosing?
Warcaster.
Is it just him or is it different?
Whoever wears those robes.
How many robes are there?
He just has the one
I just
set.
grabbed the one.
set.
She had
I
the
was
set,
able to get
and then,
mine, and then she grabbed one.
and then there's the
you
cloak.
grabbed yours.
Don't worry.
Oh, I
I'll
got
get
a
to that.
cloak.
A cloak.
I'll get to that. Don't worry.
But you understand what Warcaster does. But
Yes.
and if you attune to that, you gain the ability of Warcaster. If you unattune, it goes away. What would be the second item that you would like to identify out of all the stuff? You have her axe.
From that axe, actually.
That is called a Berserker Great Axe. So you can look it up. That's a real item. I think ritual robes may be in there. I'll have to create it if not. It'll be a homebrew. Yeah, yep. So Steven, Stinkleboots, comes in carrying a large rat.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Squawkers.
No.
That is
Crocker.
not Mr. Speaker.
This was my grandfather's ancient rat.
He's got a little cane and 4 little turtles.
Yeah.
You said
We injected it with
Berserker
mutagen.
Battle axe or great axe?
Berserker Great Axe. Right? Isn't that's a two-handed, right? Great Axe?
Yep.
Yeah. That's what you use as a two-handed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's like Berserker Battle Axe, Great Axe, and then healing. So I was like, Battle Axe or Great Axe?
Say hello,
What's his name?
Mr. Toots. Toots a
Oh
lot.
no, you downgraded.
I don't know. I never really thought to name him. I just call him Guy.
Is he a
That's
friend?
better. That's better.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've been here. Have I been here 100 years? I've been here 100 years by myself. And most of the guests don't talk to me. They say I'm weird.
I mean, you've been here by yourself.
Right.
Have you tried making friends with a beach ball? Or a volleyball?
Guys, that rat is like a sixth of his
I don't
size.
know.
That thing's huge. I think I know why.
He really likes cheese. I like cheese too. But sorry, you guys have been gone for, well, you Keeper Asoar at least 140 years, and my grandpa told me stories about you guys. You're what he called the elevators?
Escalators.
Escalators.
It's on the hat, bud.
Ew.
Good job. Good branding.
Good branding.
So,
This metagaming ass.
so
He understood that one guy rolled a 20 and one guy rolled an 18.
Come on, that was good.
So, Keeper, I'm sorry to tell you, since you left, Zendrill's gathered up more power, and he's made it to where it's hard to travel
Great.
safely. That's why I've stayed here. I've lost all contact with my Romanian family. Quaymenvalar's still there from my understanding, but it's been a long time since I've talked to anybody. And everything that remained in Hawk's Landing was used as raw materials for some new structure he's building. Maybe built. It's been a long time, so
Where was this structure to be built?
He was building it on the remnants of Koible. There were whispers that it was going to be used for terrible deeds, but, it was just chatter. But last I heard is the Shentar region is still there. The Federation is still holding out. And Bromtang, of course, is standing, but that's the last dwarven city. West Haven's gone. Askareth is kind of there, last I heard. And there are some cities in the south still, but somebody attempted to assassinate Zendril a few years ago. 2 people. A dark elf and a wood elf.
You know their names?
I think. You guys smell really nice. Sorry. It's been a while since I've been around anybody, but you just have a really nice scent.
Do you think their immune system is different? So.
But one was called Kavirus and the other was I don't remember the girl's name.
Katja?
Yeah, that was it. And they got close. They evidently got inside the tower, which nobody's ever done that without getting caught. They, I guess, almost succeeded. And he went on a rampage and murdered anyone who knew of them. That's what happened to West Haven.
Well, we knew of them.
They were escalators.
That's right.
He took them.
He was trying to prove a point that he was not to be trifled with, to not be tested, that he said he was looking for some people still, that there's a bounty, a reward.
I wonder, who could it possibly be?
Well, I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, there's riches and many trinkets offered for your heads. For whatever reason, he thinks you're a threat.
Yeah, probably because we are.
I hope you're right, but I don't see what you could do. Armies have gone to fight against him and not stood a chance. No sentinel has survived. Any onslaught on him?
Armies are not the escalators.
What's wild is
That's so stupid.
But you're laughing.
I am.
there was a meeting at Swindler's Bucket, the south, for the pirate chieftains. And they were attempting. At first they heralded in, knowing Zendril had kind of upset the apple cart. There was lots of riches to be made, and the high seas were able to. They could do what they wanted. They pillaged some of the cities that had fallen, but they decided enough was enough. They didn't want to see any more death, and they attempted to send their best assassins in, and they didn't even get past the lobby. It's like he can sense anything inside the building. I don't know how Kai or Katja, that was her name, how they survived, and, succeeded and got as far as they could without him knowing. But I'm sorry. That's all I know. It's been, like I said, a really long time since I've talked to anybody. Do you guys want some food?
Yeah. Do you know what race Zendril is?
Zendril?
We're trying to put stereotypes to him.
No, the weird thing is he's kind of changed what he looks like sometimes. Some people said he looked more like a human at one point, and others said he had pointy ears.
he was crafting magical items at one point, giving them to some of his, underlings to ensure they could keep his control over places. One of them actually was a halfling that he sent, and it was a really dark wizard. He had some really evil stuff about him that he Westhaven ended up defeating him. They came together and they overthrew him. They called him what did they call him? Started with a V. Vecna. They stopped him.
I hate you.
He had some orb that I guess Zendro had crafted and made for him that let him raise the dead, and he tried to control the city and use it as an arm, I guess, for Zendril. But a commander stood up and rallied the people to stop him. They burned his body, saying that he would never return. There are whispers, though, but there are pieces of them still in places.
Why don't we eat?
Yeah, that story made me hungry too. So
Yes, burning bodies usually does that.
yeah, well, I got some.
Smells like barbecue.
Yeah, smoked brisket's what I was
Once you
gonna
can
say.
get past the hair, it's really.
He didn't have hair. From I saw a drawn, like an image they put out that somebody drew up. He was bald and he white skin and sunken eyes.
Alopecia.
I don't know what that is,
Don't worry about it.
but he had these red robes, and yeah, he was just a bad guy. But things like that have been happening all over the world.
Can Keeper Asoar identify any of these items that are left?
I'll handle it.
Okay.
My fingers hurt.
I'm happy to help, or I can just tell you what some of the things are. I know what some
I
of them
can do
are.
this on my own.
3 hours later. I can't do it!
If I just had an hour, I could have just prepared it.
So you guys eat, and you're kind of identifying things as you're eating. What's the next things you go through?
We're gonna go with. You got an amulet?
I got an amulet,
I
a
also
ring,
have
leather, a cloak, and I have
We'll do to allow me the armor that you have.
deck of
the
cards
armor
and
that
a
you
coin.
have.
Okay.
You already know what the deck of cards is.
I know what the deck of cards is.
What is
Well,
it?
it's one of two things. The amulets, depending on how long we eat, and then we'll go with the ring as well.
Okay.
I also mean,
Then the other ring as well.
I'm just playing with it.
So that's 6 things if we take an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so
Okay. We done here.
One amulet is Amulet of Health.
Which one?
Yours.
Yay!
But, I mean, you guys can decide who gets what. The next one is just a standard amulet. Just a regular
Oh, just
old
normal.
amulet.
Sorry, like this one's a bust.
But you don't find out until after the
Yeah.
identify spell.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 rings,
One.
correct? 1 ring, 1 ring.
One ring, yeah.
I have one ring.
Yeah, one ring, one ring. I have a ring, an amulet, bracers, axe, armor, and
Yeah, I need to do the braces that I have on hers.
and the chest.
Sorry.
What?
How dare you. One of the rings is
called a Ring of Warmth. Another one is Ring of Protection. Okay. Then what's the next thing you wanted?
And then it was her armor and his armor.
The half plate?
Yeah. And then the leather that he picked up.
Alright, I think I put that on Beyond. Try. The deck is the deck of illusions.
That's what I thought.
Oh, you want me to throw in some other crazy thing?
No.
Yeah.
What is the
No.
deck of illusions?
Illusion.
It's a bunch of just illusion cards. That's kind of it. I think it actually does some real stuff, but I'm forgetting exactly.
Well, sorry. Deck, and then your bracers.
Yeah, and then his armor. And,
We both have bracers.
yeah, I guess both.
Pocket dimension.
Is there anything special about the coin?
We'll figure out the thing as well. It's gonna be like coin or gel.
It's like Christmas.
I'm gonna have to find the half plate again. Sorry.
Is the deck a full deck or is it?
Partial.
No, 52.
So, do you want to roll the d20 minus 1 for how many cards are there?
You can roll it. And just...
Oh heck yeah!
There we go.
One card.
What?
Really?
I rolled a 2.
Shut up.
I'm so sorry. You have one card.
A
Why
deck
can't
of
I
cards.
roll it then?
A deck of cards. No, wait, it's just one.
It's
The coin is a
My
coin
bad.
of luck. You can give yourself advantage basically once a day. You just flip the coin, it gives you advantage on an ability, a saving throw, attack.
you get to determine what kind of fun card it is.
I get to determine. Okay.
And it says what kind of card it is.
Deck of illusions. Let's see what it says.
Just do any.
Creature.
No. Just do any card. Think of any card. Just throw it out.
Can it be a Charizard?
Like a 5 of diamonds or whatever.
A jack
Of
spades.
Jack of Spades.
A veteran?
You're right, there is
An
one
illusion
here.
of a veteran.
I wanted Charizard.
What are the other things? His cloak?
Yeah.
One.
I'm so sorry. It could have been 0. It could have been nothing. But it says if
It
it's
could
found
have
as,
been 19.
if it's found as
Yeah, it
treasure,
could've.
then it's a d20 minus 1 cards.
God damn it.
So you have a veteran that you can just. Yeah!
But it came from a magical place. So we only get one use of this, right? I can never, once it's used,
That's
you can't ever use
That's
it again.
it, man.
The cloak is a cloak of billowing.
What?
I love that thing.
What is that thing?
As a bonus action, you can make it billow. That's it.
I didn't say everything
He
was
can look
amazing.
epic on a hillside, even when there's no.
Do you
wind.
want me to give you all amazing
Yes!
magic items at
Yeah.
every turn?
I want to go kill Zendril right now.
What
Give
else?
us something!
What else was there to
My-
Our sets of bracers
And my armor.
and his armor?
And her.
the leather armor and the plate? I'll have to find those.
Yeah. I'm just imagining this wardrobe of epic magic items, and then there's that one's my favorite, and it's the cloak of billowing.
But man, you look good.
Jesus.
He's got nothing to do with it.
One set of the bracers are bracers of longbow, or of archery.
Okay.
Well, I can't use that shit.
I guess that would be for you, maybe. What's the other set?
I didn't expect you guys to grab as much as you did, so
Have you met us?
Foolishness.
I was thinking, the timer's going and finding out 40 years.
We don't care about timers.
40 years already gone. My family's dead. It don't matter.
Beth and Veronica are dead.
Oh yeah, dude.
Jerk.
Wait, were they human or were they?
Yeah,
Oh, they were human.
Oh, bad call. Bad call.
No,
The bracers. The other, so you have the, what was it, bracers of archery. And then the other set are bracers that when you clap them together, they make a loud, like, iconic sound.
I could be Wonder Woman.
Sure.
And then we have the
It's a very
lasso-
minor cantrip that it basically casts when
We
you
have
do
the
it.
lasso of truth.
Man.
Well, what else items-wise? The coin? No, we already did the coin.
Coin of luck.
And then probably the vials that I have. The 4 potions that I have.
Yeah, we'll figure those out.
Great.
And then the 2 sets of armor.
Oh,
4
yeah.
potions and then 2 armor.
You know what I still
my
still have
axe.
a potion though.
The Berserker.
One of them
Great.
is
Oh,
Great
yeah,
axe.
yeah, never mind.
one of the healing potions is
No.
Armor.
I still have a potion of giant.
Yes.
Oh.
Massive, legendary.
And then what was in my
They
chest?
found
What?
a lot of tank. Do you know which one it is?
Yeah, I have it in my.
What was in my chest? Was there nothing?
Oh yeah, what was it? The chests?
The coin purses? I told you it was gems and such.
Is it?
It's worth money. If you can find somebody that wants them.
Here's 140.
Well,
Gold
180.
no longer is useful.
180 really for you guys.
And then my armor, right?
I'll figure that out. I'd give you a lot of items. And it is, lunchtime when he's finally done identifying a ton of this stuff. And you guys had scooped in basic items
Potion of
and
giant
some of it
size.
of giant size. Yeah. What does it say? I don't think Gavin knows that you guys have this.
When you drink this potion, you become huge for 24 hours if you are medium or smaller. Otherwise, the potion does nothing. For that duration, your strength becomes 25 if it isn't already higher, and your HP maximum is doubled. Your current hit points are doubled when you drink the potion.
So, like, say a raging barbarian,
Yeah, with effectively 300 health already.
and becomes huge, might be good for a big bad fight.
Effectively 600 health.
Yeah.
Violently
You're gonna
female.
punch a dragon in the mouth. That's gonna be hilarious.
Go after Zendril. Just freaking.
So you guys got a lot of stuff in here. Yes, we need to talk about that. I definitely can let you have some of this, but we need to take care of the place that was storing it. I don't know what will happen if it stays much longer. There is one way to destroy it.
Do we have to go on an epic quest and throw it in a volcano?
You do not.
Damn.
But I think one of you will have to give up one of your items.
Which one?
Which item?
How about the
just
cloak
any
of-
item?
A bag of holding.
Oh, you wouldn't.
It's the only way I can think of to truthfully destroy it, or at least take it away from us and have it not affect the material plane
You're
anymore.
telling me you don't have a bag of holding in this place that you own?
Yeah, it's that.
Besides this one?
This was it, yes. This was again first gen. They didn't work it all out.
Is a handy haversack better or is a bag of holding better? I'm not sure.
I imagine bag of holding can hold more, but that is up to you guys. Can look. That's it's only if you wanted to assist me in destroying this object.
Oh, no,
I don't know if
feel
you plan.
obligated.
Do you feel like going back in to try and get more things? I'm willing to give up the remnants that are in.
Can I take your helmet?
I would like to hold on to this, but
Yeah.
if you plan to take out Zendril, I promise to be there at your side,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the plan.
and you can keep those robes and all the other items if you plan to take out Zendril.
That's exactly what I was planning on doing.
Mine can hold 14 cubic feet total.
And that's the handy haversack?
Yes.
Oh, You guys aren't in that realm anymore. You don't need this music. So it is up to you. You say you wanted to head to Quemenvalar?
Yes.
And Stephen, you're sure that it still exists?
Well, the last I heard it was. No messengers have come for a long time, so. I guess what we could do is, we could go to the surface and you could send a message, see if they're still there.
I think that's an option. Is it still safe on the surface?
As long as you don't, stay out there too long.
Would anybody like to accompany me to the surface?
Sure.
That's where in their hole.
You want to stay down until then?
I think would be wise.
Alright. I'll head up there. And sorry, did you say you were coming with me, Thalek?
Yeah, I'll go.
And you can decide about if you want to take me up on that offer to destroy this.
I think the bag of holding is better.
How much bigger than 14 cubic feet?
Says the bag holds approximately 8 times more volume.
8 times more volume than a standard bag?
Keyword's handy haversack is 1/3 the weight, but the bag of holding holds 4 times more weight and 5 times more volume.
It says the bag of holding can hold 64 cubic feet.
Gotcha, so quite a bit more. Okay, so you guys can decide if you even want to do that. But you escort her up to the surface, and she opens the door, and the terrain is very different than what you recall. The green grassland that surrounded, that the Zeppelin had touched down on, and the cliffside where you attempted to destroy the dragon when it was in an egg and after hatching, has become much more scarred with ensued battles, or plant life seems to have died in many areas that it once, thrived.
That's the terrain.
And you don't see zeppelins flying in the air.
Oh, no more Zeps?
You don't see anything. You don't hear any birds, any animals.
What about dragons? Do I see any of those flying around?
You do not. She pauses for a moment, and the keeper puts her hand to her temple for a moment. And you see her smile. And then she stops. It is still there. They still stand strong. I can send you there, and when it is time, send, and I will make sure I am wherever you need me to be. Let's go. I guess I can keep you here for a few more days until everyone is recovered enough. And if there are any more questions or things I can help with, but clearly I'm going to be uninformed as you are. It has been a long time for myself. Come on. Let's go downstairs and talk about what we must do. And we'll pause there. We'll pick up in a few weeks. So some time has passed, 180 years. We have some things to do. And you guys have some decisions to make. So, but until then, keep nerding. We'll see you the next time.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.